enjoyable. And I turn it off after 20 minutes because like I don't care if it's like terrible dialogue or terrible scenes or whatever, but like I have to understand like some semblance of a story. I just have to know like what's going on or what I'm supposed to think is going on. And I felt like every scene it was like a different director like, all right, here's your new motivation. And you're like, what? Like it's just logically I need some level of logic, but it is fun to rewatch at least, even though it's kind of.
Did you see all the Sonic Boom stuff at E3?
Yeah.
So like at E3, the Sega booth is like all Sonic Boom because they have a new Sonic game coming out on the 3DS, the
and
Wii
they have a
U,
TV show.
new TV show, new thing of toys, and it's crazy that like Sonic almost looked drastically different. You know what I mean? Like the Sega Japan designed Sonic, and he had like a big-breasted babe. He had like vampire.
Yeah, that
teeth.
was one of the early
fangs.
chapters in the book. Obviously, a lot of Sega's success is related to Sonic, and even to this day it is. And the original version of Sonic had fangs. He had that big busty girlfriend
like a rock
Madonna.
guitar.
He was in a band. And you know, Tom Kalinske and his team, particularly Al Nelson and Madeline Schroeder, who's called the mother of Sonic, they worked to soften his image and make things very specifically more like the Ninja Turtles, more like Mickey Mouse. And Sega of Japan wanted that edgier Sonic. And over the years, if you watch, he has sort of evolved from this like rebellious, cute little hedgehog into like a very lanky and spiky and.
Yeah.
Would you say that like he's now kind of sucks?
I mean, I would say like
the games aren't.
He looks naked to me without Madonna by his side because like they may as well just go all the way.
But like the games have gotten progressively like more mediocre, or they've been mediocre for a while since I guess the Dreamcast. But like you keep praying that like a Sonic game will
I
be
thought
great,
that
and then every
Generations was really good.
Every now and then something like Generations will
and
be
that
good.
was that like
you
was
know?
when it hit me in the head with like this is what he used to look like. This is what he looks like now.
Yeah.
That is basically like the Japanese drawing versus the American drawing.
But now you have the Sonic Boom. I'm looking forward to the one on the Wii U. I thought was really good. You know, the one that was basically
Lost World.
Yeah, Lost World, which was like Mario Galaxy.
Yeah,
I like that one.
no, I think they're doing good stuff.
They're back to doing good stuff.
I mean, it
It's
breaks
almost
my
like you had
heart
to
a
bottom
little
out.
to see Sonic and Mario together.
Does it really?
Why?
It does.
But now you can race them against each other.
Yeah.
Then you could smash them together in Smash Brothers.
Because don't you feel like your entire 9th grade English class would have been a lie if you left the
I was
room
a Sonic
and went into the cafeteria and you saw the Montagues and the Capulets hanging out and having a lot of fun?
I feel
Like, you
that's
need,
like-
like we
That fight is now Microsoft and Sony's. You know, which is
guess.
funny. Like you know that Nintendo announced those Meebos, right?
Yeah.
The little Skylander-like things that you can put on your Dreamcast or on your Wii U or your thing. Sony and Xbox have Meebros. They allow you to unlock fraternity badges for your Madden and Call of Duty uniforms.
Oh, that's
Yeah, they're Meebros. Yeah, and then when you get in the end zone, you can actually do a keg stand. It allows you to hit on girls online. They're called Meebros. You know, that's a exclusive to Twin Galaxies that hasn't been released anywhere. That is exclusive news. Sony and they're going after the fraternity market with the Meebros.
Well, let's actually
spot
talk
on
about
you're
that. Do
lying.
you?
Yeah, I totally made
spot
that
on
up.
That you made that up.
I was really impressed with
like,
making-
I was like,
Took
all
Took me a
right,
few
that's
seconds. I was like, am I
awesome.
stupid to pick this up sooner?
Sony
But-
and Xbox making Meebros. What's up, bro? You like
But
Madden?
Sony and Microsoft are certainly like the two guys in the ring right now. Do
Right.
you feel like this console war has the same cultural and generational impact as
Hell no.
the console?
So
And why is
someone
that?
asked
Animal
earlier, it was one of the first questions that we missed because the screen froze, was somebody asked you if you have decided yet who's won the current console war.
I think it's way too early to say.
What's the current console war? The PS3 and the Xbox 360?
I
Is that,
think
is
no,
that we're
no.
ready to call that?
No.
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah.
Now it's the PS4 versus the Xbox
Because
One.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's
because the
considering
Wii
Nintendo.
ran way ahead of everybody.
Really?
We had the biggest install base by far
Yeah.
than 360 and
Yeah.
that's what people don't realize when they stopped playing their Wii 2 years ago was you stopped playing your Wii 2 years ago, but it still was in more homes than the 360 and the PS3 by far.
I did not know that.
By
Fast.
far.
I didn't know that was.
And then the
how
360
successful it
and the
was, but I knew
360 was
that-
ahead of the PS3 and then the PS3 started gaining ground back. But the Wii won, like weirdly enough.
But what do you think of the Wii U?
I love my Wii U.
Yeah,
I
me
love my
too.
Mario Kart 8.
How
I like
many
my Wind
friends
Waker
have the
HD.
Wii U though?
I do not have a lot of friends. I gotta play Grand Theft Auto 5 to have my friends. I have to play on my
Yeah.
PS3 to have my friends. You know,
It's tough.
But I get every console because that's what being a gamer is all about. I get every console, but
Yeah.
Vita. But I get every console, you know. But that's what being a gamer is. So I feel like as you get older, the console wars don't mean anything. But my identity was linked to.
But why do you
being
think they
a
don't mean
Sonic
anything?
fan.
Well,
What?
let's first answer the question. I think it's definitely too early to say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I like what Sony's doing with focusing on indie developers and
And
sort
bringing
of
back Grim
embracing it.
Fandango.
Bringing back what?
Dude, Grim Fandango is coming to the
Really?
to the PS4
When?
and to the Vita.
When?
That's what they announced. Sony announced that Grim Fandango. It's the least they could do for not having Last Guardian. It's the least they could do. But yeah, I mean, they're just different.
So yeah, but so why though?
They're
I mean,
just- I think they're all
why did
different.
we associate so much of our identity with Sega and Nintendo, and we assume that people nowadays don't, either kids or just
I think
anybody?
people still do. We do the comic book show. We do Marvel versus DC, and people
Yeah.
are like, "No, Marvel, DC," and it's
They
like,
get crazy. They get insane.
But so
about
okay,
it.
so even in the part, even Marvel DC, when you say that like a battle, I imagine Superman trying to punch out like Spider-Man. Like I have a visual.
Superman
Same thing
wins.
with console wars with Sega and Nintendo. I imagine Mario and Sonic. So what do you see, or what do you think people see with Microsoft
Master
or Sony?
Chief versus Kratos.
But that's
You know what I
actually
mean?
like
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
lame compared to Sonic versus Mario.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, part of what the things that Sega did to bridge that gap was they actually like pitted themselves against Nintendo. They painted that image in our heads of
Right.
like, we are racing against Mario, we are punching Mario, and I would like to see something like that for this next generation. I'd like it to feel.
Right.
I mean, the net result of like the feud between Sega and Nintendo, I think, was that they both sold more systems. So
Yeah,
it's-
and they did
it's
get
not
mad
much-
at each other. Like in the book, there are heated exchanges between these executives.
Well, it makes sense. It's like
where-
their lives.
Because some of them wrote ads like, you know, like Sega, like Genesis does what Nintendo don't, and
Yeah.
they're literally
Someone had
like,
posted that
yeah, they
earlier in the
literally
chat.
like,
Yeah,
they
they
talk
remember.
trash to each other. Then they ended up going to like CES together, or whatever.
And that was the cool thing,
and
is
they would get
because
into elevators.
that was
with
like
each
the
other, and
only
would curse
time they
each other
ever
out.
saw each other.
So like they would get into these elevators and hotels with each other and curse themselves out. One of the best scenes is when the PlayStation comes out, when Sony comes out, and Sega was supposed to be the upstart with the attitude.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Sony comes out and takes a page out of Sega's book,
And
fuck-
their employees
literally vandalizes
Yeah.
Sega's
At the CES show in Vegas.
CES presentation.
Wow.
They
Like
popped their Sonic
They
balloons.
popped the Sonic balloons. They filled
They,
up like their
the
pool.
napkins.
It was
like,
awful.
It was awesome.
But it was
yeah,
awesome.
no.
But like Sony went at it,
Yeah.
which is crazy because in the book, the other thing I didn't realize until I read your book is we almost had a Sony PlayStation or a Sega PlayStation.
I know.
We almost had the
We
Sega
should have.
PlayStation. Sega PlayStation. Like that blew my mind.
And why didn't we?
Cultural differences.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Like everything.
Silly.
There were
Um,
cultural differences inherent between Sega of America and Sega of Japan.
Well, and it's
I've
not
heard
just the
that
cultural
been said.
differences, which are
Or
things.
corporate differences.
No,
Corporate
yeah, but it
culture,
was
yeah.
like, I mean, it was cultural conflict. But like, this wasn't about like saying yes here means something else over there, which was, you know, a small degree of the miscommunication. But it was, we remember Sega and Nintendo. We have that image of Mario and Sonic fighting.
Right.
But people in Japan don't, because Nintendo always had over 80% of the market
Right.
there. The Mega Drive was so unsuccessful that there was no console war. So Sega of Japan like wanted to, they were jealous of the success in America, and they wanted to move on to the next generation because at least they had a chance to start from scratch.
Right.
And yeah, that's why we don't. That's a big part of the reason why we don't have the Sega PlayStation and a lot of other Sega things, and why we're not playing on Sega consoles today.
You get sad when you think about like the Dreamcast.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Dreamcast too, because that was actually a really good console.
I know that was, a
but
good
that was just
console.
another
And
cultural
it sold,
conflict.
and it sold super well out
Yeah.
of the gate. It was like one of the best-selling consoles in its first
yeah,
week,
it was awesome.
and then it was like tumbleweeds.
I mean, the whole thing can sadden me at times. I've spent a lot of time on this, so I'm not gonna cry here. Like, you know, I've already shed my tears, but always thinking about what could have been for things that mean a great deal to you is gonna be saddening.
So Forever Playa has a question.
Sure.
Since Nintendo and Sega are besties now, do you think that it was a show all along to build up marketing? Do you think that whole early '90s war between Sega and Nintendo was just fake?
Unless Nintendo and Sega executives 20 years later are wonderful actors, then absolutely not. They like really to this day even do not have kind words for one another. I mean, part of Sega's challenge was the act, just in the marketing sense, of going after Nintendo, but they also deep down didn't like these guys. And ultimately, Nintendo and Sega have such fundamental philosophical differences that both thought they were the heroes in the story and both despised the other and thought that they were right.
I'm gonna play Knights.
I like Knights.
How do I play Knights, Jen?
This is.
Okay, got
Get
it.
in.
I'm gonna play Knights to Dream.
Nice.
Can or I can play something two-player with Blake. Like,
Yeah. Like
Batman
the Batman
Forever.
Forever arcade game.
Oh, that's awesome.
which one do you want to play?
What do we got?
We can play. Literally, this system has.
What about? I saw Blades of Steel earlier.
Yeah, we can play Blades of Steel.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. It's there's Blackhawk.
Whoa, you okay?
That's
No
Black
worries,
Dawn.
can't storm, though.
Blades of Steel is a different system, right?
That's NES.
So let's go back.
So Manjoom says, I think at this point Sega just wants to stay alive and sell software, and their stuff ends up working well on.
What am I doing?
New
I mean,
hardware.
their stuff.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Sega is a software company.
Oh, sorry.
only
This
now.
is your
Oh.
confirmation. But
No, I want to go back.
I mean, that is definitely their
escape gets
strategy,
you back.
and it's nice that they have the relationship with Nintendo, and I think that's tone-wise, it's different than Sony and Microsoft, so it works out well.
Dude, look at all the systems they have.
How is it? I feel like someone just broke into my brain, and then it's just like
Dude.
projecting.
Okay, so
you
here's
missed the nostalgia storm that you touched off right when you started your conversation.
So
People
what were
talking
people
about.
remembering?
Well, y'all at home, make sure you type it into
Dude,
the
remember
chat so Blake can
remember
actually
Bard's
see it.
Tale?
A barge sale, yeah.
Yeah, remember this?
Somebody
Remember when he had to
mentioned
map
that.
those maps? Remember when he had to like map that stuff
There's
and
so
like
much
draw 'em?
work back in the day.
Remember you would get those
Yeah.
like. Okay.
Someone
you
had
said-
mentioned winning a Nintendo game from the Lifesaver, some kind of Lifesaver contest.
I still think
You
this
won
is
from
the.
the Honey Nut Cheerios contest.
I still think that this is the best Batman game ever
I
made.
love that Batman game.
Battle chess.
I didn't even know Battle Chess was on
Dude, we gotta go for the warps. You know what? There was supposed to be an
Double
E3 Battletoads. Like somebody was supposed to be bringing back Battletoads.
Yeah.
It was rumored that Rare was gonna bring back Battletoads and announce it,
there.
and
I
they
heard that.
didn't
Why not?
because they're a-holes. You said Blades of Steel, right? Dude, Bill and
Dude.
Ted's. That game probably is awful.
It's probably the worst.
There we go. Blades of Steel.
You know, I played just about every.
Wait, what
Oh,
just
no,
happened?
what?
Do we not have Blades of Steel? What? Whoa! The
Wait.
whole
Oh
computer's
my
messing
God,
up.
system error.
¿Qué está pasando?
Oh,
Jen, ayúdame.
I don't. Here.
Can I do this?
No, I got it. Keyboard.
Oh, dude, Blades of Steel.
I had my appendix taken out, and
When?
they brought the.
Do one of
When I was in
y'all
6th grade, and they
help
brought the
We're trying to get rid of
Nintendo
that.
into my hospital room.
Oh, a little complicated.
Oh, so
and now
Blades of
you're
Steel
in.
can now work?
Yeah,
You're
Battletoads.
in.
SD0. Completely agree.
Oh, here we
Waiting
go.
for it.
Whoa, whoa.
Bated breath.
Okay.
The head is the closest with the butt.
Okay, here we go. Where's the start
Castle
button?
of Illusion. Awesome.
Castle Illusion was one of my best games.
Yeah.
No, but guys, you guys are overlooking my favorite Genesis game of all time. Quackshot. Quackshot was the
Yeah.
shit.
I wish I had that one. To play.
You can
Ooh.
play it tonight. How do we get
Awesome.
out of this? Jen, what are we doing?
What?
It-
Oh, this should work. Does
Nothing.
it not work?
Nothing's working.
Oh, well, it was like one player
Oh,
mode.
sorry.
Yeah, I want to get
Um,
this select.
Yeah, Toe
Can
Jam
you
and
help him
Earl.
with the?
That was like
Okay, here we
3
go.
months
Here
of
we
my
go.
life.
Here we go. And then how do we get to the 2-player? There we go. Okay. Who should I be? I'm gonna be, since we're in Los Angeles, gonna go with Los Angeles. Even though I don't like any Los Angeles
Well,
teams.
now I feel like people are going to think we're playing the Stanley Cup.
We are
I gotta
playing the
represent-
Stanley Cup.
Oh,
Wait, you hit
I
back.
undid something.
Wait, okay.
Which button did you hit?
I hit the center. That one. Okay.
Is this not the second controller?
Yeah, it is. Okay, now try a different button. That's it.
Awesome.
Okay, now what do we do?
Watch the Zamboni go.
What? ¿Qué está pasando? Just gonna keep speaking Spanish. Okay, so we selected our game. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Here we go. I'm guessing you're on the right, I'm on the left.
So how did you get Night Trap? Did it come with your Sega CD?
Yeah, the pervs who I got my Sega CD from had it. And what's
I
funny
feel
is
like Night Trap had to be purchased out of the trunk of someone's car.
the publisher that I just and that's a big chapter in your book too, is the Night Trap chapter about
Definitely.
censorship in video games with Mortal Kombat and all the blood and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, it's a big issue at the time. And now.
Okay. Oh, I shot. Did you see that?
Yep.
I just immediately shot. Do you know
No,
the
I have not played this since that time in 6th grade.
Get off of me, fool. Get off me. Oh, oh. Oh, I just shot again. Oh, come on. Oh, come on now. I'm just going to keep the flurry coming. I'm just going to keep the flurry coming. Oh, it's a breakaway. It's a breakaway.
Riff Raff had both Castle and Quack.
Dude, Quackshot was an amazing game. Gonna keep it coming. Oh, that was your chance right there.
I know.
That was your chance to do the dance.
Yep.
Oh. I'm going for it. I'm bringing the heat.
So, how long was the... Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, something's happening.
Oh, I'm punching you out.
This is like
Wait,
real...
my guy's like just dancing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's
This
happening.
is like real...
Oh, there we go. You clocked me hard.
Now, how long did you research the book? Were you researching as you were writing it, or was there
Yeah,
an actual
so I
research
spent
phase?
3 years researching and writing the book. The first 2 years
Would
was
you just pass-
strictly just research.
What? You're
I did-
cheating hard.
I'm
Dude,
trying
this
to
is a
shoot.
cheat mode, homie. It's a different button.
I ended up interviewing over 200 people.
Wow.
Most of them several times, and spoke with them by email and in person and I see. Yeah, and I think, at the time, I'm just an impatient person by nature, and I always wanted the book to just come out and be done. But that worked out so well that it took so long because there was such a epic amount of history to tell that my book really only scratches the surface on.
Get away from me.
So, Jen, what
Oh!
shit.
Whoa.
What did you have?
Whew!
I had a
hear it.
Nintendo, which I had to
Okay,
earn.
Look at my dance. My boys
I
are
had-
dancing.
I had to earn from this. So I had the NES, which I had to earn from my parents by entering a Chinese speech contest, which is the most.
Are you kidding
So
me?
you learned Chinese just for this?
Just-
I, as a 6-year-old kid,
This will bring you
memorized-
success at Twin Galaxies.
Memorized this. No, honestly.
One day, you will bring honor to our family at the Twin Galaxies Live.
Memorized this Chinese monologue to earn my my NES. Right?
Oh, you fucking just pulled that shit.
I had
Damn,
to.
Blake, 1-1. You're bringing the
So
heat.
did you? What do you remember about actually getting it?
Well, first of all, I bombed the speech.
she got it anyway.
I wept like a baby because I had practiced so hard that my mom bought me the thing out of sympathy, which was
game's
awesome,
forever.
totally worth it. And then the
You got a pity NES?
yeah, hell yeah, it's the best kind. And then
All I got was Burger King.
and then I earned my Super NES by
Oh, come on now.
by being made to enter singing contests. My mom made me enter a full year's worth of singing contests, one every month, for me. She was a show mom.
You got the buttons,
So,
right?
Yeah.
I kind of have
Can
the
I-
buttons.
I
So,
kinda-
so this is pass, and then
Yeah.
this is shoot.
Okay. Luckily, NES made it so easy.
Yeah, there's only
Just
two.
like 2 options.
Remember how awesome you thought the graphics were in Double Dribble when the dude would dunk the
Yeah.
basketball? I was like,
I love NCAA basketball.
That's
was
like
a huge
lifelike.
one for me.
that's some lifelike shit.
So you had a mom who's so proud of you now to be.
No, she didn't give a shit about
untold.
video games. She wanted me to sing, and I wanted to play video games, so she made me
Oh,
sing
oh, oh,
to earn my video games.
Oh, punch your ass out. I got this shit coming. You got this shit coming to you. Again, you knocked my ass out.
I'm kicking your butt.
She's better at hockey.
Wait, dude, you
which
gotta
that
wake up.
Clearly was.
You gotta wake up.
I'm just that cocky.
Would you be able to name your hands down favorite game off of every system you ever
Yes, he can.
owned? Yeah?
He absolutely
Give
can.
it to us. Give it to us. What do we have?
So Contra was my favorite game on the NES. Blaze of Steel certainly was not, and that's going to be my excuse for why I'm losing.
Blaze of Steel is not a great game. Wait, dude, my wife is calling and you still didn't get anything on me. Oh, I
And
had a
almost gave up the
breakaway.
goal. Contra was my favorite. It was also the first game I ever beat, which was one of the few games I would ever
do
beat.
it though. Oh,
Yeah,
this
I
ain't gonna end like end of
then
quarter. You got
We got a
saved.
Sega Genesis, and my favorite game was NHL '94. I always loved the sports games, so
Nice.
probably boringly, a lot of my favorite games are going to be the
No,
sports
that's
games.
all good.
And then after that, I had
Why are they? They're a bunch of puffs.
PS1. I remember I wanted to get a Sega Saturn, and we went to Toys R Us, my father and I, and the guy was like, "Dude, don't get a Sega Saturn." And I was like, "Why? I love the Genesis. The Saturn thing is just like the next one." And he's like, "Just trust me." And for some reason, I trusted this stranger at Toys R Us.
Hey.
And I got a PlayStation 1, and I loved Crash.
Oh
My God.
that was
and
that
I
was
also
your shot.
NFL Game Day was great.
How did you just get it back? Oh,
Does
get in there,
anyone
nerd.
remember? SD0 asks, does anyone rember that Giants movie?
Yeah, Superboy.
The Wizard.
Oh,
course.
the movie The Wizard. It was a big
SD0.
commercial.
SD0, I went to the Nintendo Championships as a kid. You knew that. That was when Blake and I knew we were
Destined.
Oh, get the hell out of that. That's when
Let's
you
do a
were
replay.
destined.
Yeah, there's a whole chapter, the one about the
Look how mad I am.
development hell for Mario Brothers, a lot of that was the baggage of the Wizard experience and them wanting to take more control. And so Bill White was the Nintendo executive, the head of advertising, that supervised the Wizard and also was sort of the fall guy and supervised the Mario Brothers movie. And when I asked him,
Come on, get
all
it.
these years at Nintendo, resurrecting the video game industry, oh my god.
I just rolled in there.
The Power Glove is so bad. I've tested it, and it's true.
Did you own one? You tested it, but did you own a Power Glove?
No, but Seth did, and that was like how when I met him, I was like, this guy's awesome. Not just because he's a hilarious
Seth
movie star.
Rogen?
Yeah. You do a good Seth. Yeah, so Bill White, I asked him what was the toughest challenge at Nintendo. Or like one of the toughest challenges you can think of, and I
Dude, you gotta get
expected
the
some
pass
sort
though.
of like, marketing thing or like dealing with the transition from 8 bits to 16 bits and Sega, and he said like going to Dustin Hoffman's home and telling him that he could not be Mario.
scored.
I know, that was actually a good
Telling
move.
Dustin
He
Hoffman.
literally went to
couldn't
Dustin
be-
Hoffman.
He literally was like,
can't play Mario.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman could have played Mario.
Yeah,
Holy shit. That would have been amazing.
I know.
Guys, this is actually a
And-
pretty heated game.
I know.
I don't know how much more we're gonna play of it, but
Ooh,
if you say Quackshot, I'm gonna murder you.
Quackshot was so bad. No, I don't want to fight.
Dude, you're good at fighting.
I know.
Did you ever
That
play
doesn't make it right to
Yonoid?
bully. The worst game I ever
Go
played.
for it. Look, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just
That's a
like
good
button
question.
mashing.
Oh.
I'm playing those fight levels like I play any fight game. Dude, you're about to do some come from behind crap. Nope, never mind. You're not.
What are some of like the worst games?
Crawl in there.
I feel like it has to be a kind of popular
There's
one, not just.
E.T.
E.T. I played for the documentary so that we could film it, and I have to say that my book describes it as terrible, and that does not even begin to like do it justice. That was such a piece of crap. What was the worst game? Friday the 13th actually was. We rented that and didn't buy it, but that was like probably the worst game
Get in there.
I
Come on,
I
nerd.
ever played.
Nash Villain says Indiana Jones.
Well, which Indiana Jones? I remember playing on the Commodore 64. You're just gonna win this fight again.
I'm just really good at fighting.
ST0 says Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which I have
I don't know
heard
how to
is
do this.
terrible as
What are
well.
you hitting?
I'm hitting the second one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you were hitting the wrong
I
one.
don't know what I'm hitting. I was hitting buttons. Dude, you better tie it up. You're about to do some come from behind hero crap right here. Not in my house. Not in my house. Get that nerd. Nerd!
Now, if you were to do, are there any plans for you to do another video game-based book? Or did you completely like exhaust
Not
yourself
again.
on?
I thought that I
This
completely
satisfy you.
exhausted it when I turned it in, but I do miss it like every day.
Thank you, finally.
Well, take the puck. I keep forgetting the buttons.
Yeah, so do I.
Or do they keep changing?
I don't know.
Oh, I think I know what it
Whoa.
is.
Right.
You're
You still have to like shoot forward.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey,
Jennifer's gonna go take care of something, so I'm gonna jump in. And I'm gonna tell you that my first console was a Sega Genesis.
how did you
Really?
get that Sega Genesis?
Well, I had to save up
Are you ready?
For it.
Whoa, what is this?
by
Dude, there's a
chores
space game in the middle
chores
of it.
and such. And
Oh,
then
shit.
I bought it myself.
Really?
Got my
I
ass
did.
blown out.
What store did you buy it from? Do you remember that seminal moment?
I want to say it was
I don't know what this
Toys
is.
R Us.
There are ads inside of this.
What? What? Oh, I think it'll pop back on. It's been happening
ST0 just said, do
lately.
you remember the Simpsons video games on consoles, how disappointing they were compared to the arcade version? Absolutely.
That was that in terms
Yeah.
of disappointment, that has to be the most
I
disappointing
broke it.
game.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't the worst, but
Remember
goddamn, like
or the first
all I
Ninja
ever wanted
Turtles
to
game where you
play.
had to throw the rope across the rooftop
That
and
might be
figure
one
out
of the
how to
worst.
do it? Or how impossible it was to
Um,
Oh my gosh.
holy shit, I didn't mean to do that, man.
Well, what?
We can still be
Be
friends,
good?
right? Be good. That was like you.
It's not
that
over,
Was
it's
you
not
kept on
over.
watching.
okay, we're back.
We're just at the beginning of the third period here.
So this is. I appreciate Kings and Rangers. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's about to go down the way.
Do you
it's
know what
actually
the
gonna
score
go
is
down.
of the game?
No.
Or do you wanna
what is-
know?
I would
What-
like to know.
Yeah.
It's 2-1.
Who?
Rangers are up.
Okay.
Oh, so they're not gonna
They've
get
been
swept.
they've been holding on.
They were up 1-0.
They have
I
been
saw.
holding on to that 1-goal lead. But yeah, I remember. I'm pretty sure it was Toys R Us.
had that thing where you take the slip and then you like give it to them and then go to the back.
Yes. And I only ever had one game. I only ever owned one game. I rented all the others from the video store.
What game did you have?
Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the rentals thing was another part of the book
Yeah.
that Nintendo, in their controlling nature and belief that they should be the ones
Right.
getting all the margins to ensure quality control, they sued Blockbuster and the mom and pop video chains for renting out games.
Really?
And they ended up
shit.
not being allowed. They didn't really win that case, but they were able to win, or had some grounds with the copyright stuff of when Blockbuster and these places would give you the instruction booklets for the games.
Oh, damn.
Because that was Nintendo copyrighted material.
Interesting.
And so I do kind of remember as a kid renting games and not having the instructions, being like, what
Yeah.
do I do? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Or sometimes they were
Yeah. Yeah, or eventually,
Oh, come on
or
now.
some, the ones I went to, they had instructions, but you had to sign
Come on now.
something that you got
my
the
God.
instructions, so you had to bring it back. And if
Wow.
you didn't bring it back, they would charge you for it. Not
The fucking student has become the master.
very disconcerting. And so,
Oh,
as,
shit.
as a Sega kid, did you feel like strong allegiance to them?
I
was-
didn't, but I did feel a little bit special because all my friends
you
had
stole it.
NES.
That's a bad pass.
And so I'd go over to their homes
Oh,
and
nice.
play.
Go get it, nerd.
and they were so good at it
Go get it, nerd.
that I felt special when I had this game system that
Some nerd
looked
better go
so
get it.
great. I mean, you described it really well in your book the first time.
Oh, shit.
The first time the guy walked into the room and sees
Yeah.
the Genesis for the first time.
Like these
Damn,
adults
you just keep
Yeah.
stealing it.
who didn't always even love the games, but there was just something so
Oh,
special.
you're stealing
Yeah.
it. Like, you stole it like 4 times in a row.
I found it fascinating too that in there
Oh,
they
you
were
stole
already
it.
developing the CD. So the Dreamcast was already in the works and the Game Gear was going.
You're
Well,
not-
the funny thing with the consoles is that the console war is happening, but
shit.
they have to be so many years ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as the Super Nintendo comes out, they're working on the N64 and
Oh,
they're working on this stuff,
absolutely.
which is not surprising. But to think of it that way, as kids, we think that they just come out of the sky.
Yeah, it's true.
You fucking just pulled that.
Wow.
We have 2 minutes left.
You got 2 minutes left, and it is 5-4. Shits are getting crazy. Yeah, celebrate all you want.
Now, who is what color? Because they look
I'm-
like the
I'm
wrong
also-
colors.
yeah.
Are you blue and yellow?
I'm yellow, like I'm sick,
I'm blue, like the New York Rangers.
like he's angry.
But yeah, that's
So
the
you're-
Kings for whatever reason.
Yeah, so blue and yellow. I don't remember
We're
when
more
the
like the
Kings were ever
Oilers, I
that.
think.
Oh, you're the Kings.
I know. I am the Kings. Oh shit, you're good at stealing that shit.
SD0 was saying, and maybe you saw it already, that instructions were printed on the back of the case eventually.
Get away from me.
Do you remember
I mean,
that?
there's a lot of workarounds.
Yeah.
I personally don't remember that.
Get in there!
But that would make sense.
Photocopied. I got some photocopied sets of.
Photocopies.
Yeah.
Definitely was what I got every time. But that was probably because they either lost it.
Yes.
I think because the photocopying is what was illegal because they were copying the copyright.
I see.
Well done, sir.
I know.
Congratulations.
Great button mashing, Jonathan. Great button mashing.
But
I now want to-
Sega. Tom Kalinske was named the VSDA, the Video Software Dealer Association's Man of the Year in 1994, and
Okay.
that sort of what personified Sega becoming friends with these rental places. And so much of Sega's strategy in the book is, them just forming a cartel of Nintendo's enemies. And Nintendo had a lot of enemies, and it grew with each year and with each
shit.
success.
I'm sorry.
You just keep breaking
I just
this.
hit okay.
There might be something buggy
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Saturn.
Oh no, never mind.
Yep.
Why can't we play no Saturn games?
No.
Should I not play Saturn games?
Don't play Saturn
It
games.
just didn't look that good. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay, I'll play his Dreamcast game.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll
I'll
see
play
if you
101
will.
Dalmatians. How are there this many? How are there this many?
Well, what happened? We had to do a complete reinstall, so we lost a bunch of them. And right now they are testing 85 emulators that we're going
Wow.
to get. So that goes all the way up through PS2.
Is there anything you want to see? Let's try Genesis and let's go to
Yeah, go
Quack. I want to try Quackshot. I want to see Quack. Or Kid Chameleon.
Do you remember?
Remember Kid Chameleon?
Love Kid Chameleon.
Kid Chameleon's a really damn good game. There's 3 ninjas.
I was actually surprised Kid Chameleon was not more successful. I mean, it was definitely a good game and it did well, but like that was to me, I felt like the
beginning of a
second time was
marquee?
like with